sky. And that is what's producing the cloud, also the rain, low cloudy times, murky conditions, the rain waxing and waning through the day, and we don't have that, the chances are you'll have drizzle. But as we move further north, you start to see the cloud break up, in northern England, northern Ireland, and also parts of Scotland, so we will see some sunshine. So it's very windy this morning across the Western Isles, and through the day, strong winds and the showers. Because the Northern Isles, so there's a heavy thundering with some hail. So Northern Ireland, you've got drizzle first thing, that will clear, and we're looking at some sunshine. Beautiful afternoon, high 12 Celsius. In Mania, through the Midlands into Wales, south, that's where we've got the weather front continuing to push southwards and eastwards. So it will start to brighten up if we're on across North Wales. It will feel mild. Now, as we head on through the evening and overnight, there's our weather front sinking down into the English Channel. Again, blustery winds around it. Behind it, there will be a veil of clouds, but we'll see some breaks. And we'll still have a packet of showers coming in across the northern half of the country, wintering on the tops of the hills and mountains. Here it will feel colder, but again, a mild start tomorrow. These temperatures of 10s and 11s overnight, these are the overnight lows. They're more reminiscent of what we'd expect as our maximum temperatures by day at this stage in March. Averaging clouds around about 10. So tomorrow we start off with our weather front to whip across the English Channel, producing some rain in the Channel Islands. It's going to pivot round and take a strike at Cornwall, where you will also see some clouds and some dank conditions. There'll also be quite a lot of clouds for southern England and South Wales to start with, so that's going to break up. And then for most of us, for a few showers in the north, we're looking at a fine and a dry day with a lot of sunshine. Now in the sunshine, temperatures could get up as high as 16 east of the north of London, but we're in pretty good shape, temperature-wise, as we push up and down the land. So Thursday, here's our weather front. You can see how it pivots and comes back across our shores, especially in the west and the north, during the course of Friday. Freezing isobars tells you it's also going to be quite windy out in the west, but high pressure continuing on and staying at the peak out towards the east. So eastern areas feeling best with some sunshine, a bit more cloud, windier conditions out towards the west and the north, and here too we've got the rain. Still pretty cool though, in the north we're looking at 7 to 9 double figures to the rest of the UK, and the temperatures down in Wales over the weekend seem to dip and some up then. So okay, we'll be ready for the dip. Thank you very much, Carol.
Now, people have been asking all week, well, can we put this on the table to talk about the budget? Then,
yeah.
Is it a real giant coin? It's not.
But it has got a flip side.
Yeah, it does have a flip side. So maybe we can have a massive game of heads and tails with Steph, who's been playing the generation game this week in the run-up to today's budget.
Are you going to do that?
Yeah, go on then.
Today has focuses the baby boomers and those born between the end of the Second World War and the early 60s. Steph is at a retirement village in Birmingham. What do you want to do?
We'll play heads and tails at the end, Steph, all right? Do you bit, and then I'll ask you heads or tails at the end, and we'll flip the coin, all right?
Good morning everyone. We've got Tom working out here this morning. Well, what are we on now? We're on like, you're going for miles here. Tom, keep going. He's a fan of Carol Kirkwood, he was just telling me. Isn't everyone? But I'm here at Bourneville Gardens Retirement Village because we're talking to the poor baby boomers today just to find out their thoughts about what they'd like to hear from the Chancellor. Elaine has been planting now for about a season, you know. Bless it, we've been doing a plant for ages. And we've got Ron here as well. I'm going to have a quick chat to you because I know you have got some thoughts, haven't you, on what you'd like to hear from the Chancellor today. What would you like him to?
We're the least likely to have any problems with the Chancellor. We're in a privileged few, I'm afraid. But the thing I would like the most is that we've all got cash balances and selling out other houses. And the interest rates are so poor that we're not going to spend on the credit balances in our accounts. That's one of my main worries. And of course, the car licence fees are likely to go up, and we depend on our cars, although the buses are quite handy here, but I've no complaints.
Car tax and the interest
Rates are the main thing as far as we're concerned. We are the privileged few, you know, we're the last people who should have budget changes.
And, I mean, it's fair to say you had a long-established career, didn't you, before you came here?
I was a junior clerk at 16 in 1943 in the bank, and finished up as manager in Birmingham of the Bank of London and South America.
A former cricket player as well?
Well, I played professional cricket. I had more money playing cricket on a Saturday than I did the rest of the week in the bank. Yeah, only for 9 or 10 years.
Yeah. Ron, lovely to talk to you. And I know people don't like revealing their age, but can you just tell everyone how old you are? I think everyone...
Nine.
And look at, I'm going to leave it to your words, Ron.
doing this on my own. Yeah.
I never expect you to be one. Thank you very much. We'll see you a little bit later on. But yeah, it's really interesting to be here because obviously this is a retirement village which is all about giving people like Ron and the other people here their independence. And there's lots of facilities here, something like 300 residents who live here as well. And it's in 1 and 2 bedroomed apartments. And we've got a couple of extras we can chat to. We'll come in here and have a look. It's dead nice here, isn't it? But let's come and have a chat somewhere else. Guess we've got Angela here who came with us from the University of Warwick. Angela, we were here with Ron talking there about savings for older people, the fact that they don't get much money for their savings, and also he was talking about his car and how important that is to the cost of the car. Just paint that wider picture of the things that older people are worried about. So there's around half of all the people who exist mainly living on a state pension of around £7,000 a year, and so they really don't have much wiggle room in their finances. And when you think about things like the government asking people to think about saving for care places or trying to plan for pensions, then really we've got to try and protect the incomes of older people so that they're able to spend when they need to on things like care and income. So if you're an economist, so just explain to me, one of the things Ron was talking about there was he was saying he actually feels quite lucky because he feels like he has got money and feels better off than other people, younger people. Can you just explain that kind of difference as well? Because there are some young people who look at old people and think, well, look at them, they've got their nice homes and I can't even afford to buy a house. Yeah, I think that is very much the case. And I think one thing in particular is the triple lock that we've seen on pensions, which has enabled pensioner income to increase more so than the working age population. So with the triple lock, it's guaranteeing the income of pensioners that's rising. And because of the working age income, that's really seen pay freezes and really very little increase in the working age income. And I think that's one of the things that reduce the disparity in that income gap. And so I think some people of working age really are sort of looking at pensioners and are potentially sort of resenting the fact that their incomes have increased. But I think we also have to look at the wider picture in terms of the needs of pensioners, not just in terms of healthcare and social care, but just ensuring that they've got this sort of community feel. And I think a place like Bourneville, I think, is a fantastic environment for pensioners. But I think there is this resentment. I think we have to take the broader view of public finances as well, in terms of if we do want to improve the incomes of the working age population, where is that money going to come from? I think public finances are still in a very, very difficult position, and so I can't really see very much room for manoeuvre for Philip Hammond this afternoon. Perhaps something for social care, but I don't think we're going to see